Round 2 of the upper bracket in MKPS sees a match between 10 seed Daragh and 7 seed Hurusato. Both teams are the first round bye going into this match, with Hurusato getting first in their group and Daragh getting third in their group but going 4-1, giving them a first round bye as well. Both teams riding some momentum, with Hurusato's last win coming against loser bracket side World Friend by 106 points, and Daragh's last win coming against 9th seed Extend Ash. Hurusato throwing out their best lineup while Daragh are missing Justin H, but they did beat Extend Ash while missing out on Mel, so they have shown that they are capable of adapting well, and they adapt right from the get-go starting in race 1. Hurusato start off the race aggressively as 3 of them run in 1-3-4, but Pachu gets taken out by a red from Mel and Type gets caught as well, with Pachu also tanking a TC. And since Daragh got mid to bottom spots, they caught up as Torp and Dacia take double to get top 2. Mine and Jan behind them in 3-4 before Mel reds Jan and Type also getting random greened. It looks even better for Daragh as Capera pulls Bill in 10th at 30, allowing Online to snag the shock. Epix tries to schlag with triple greens, hitting Jan but getting redded by Type and wasn't able to pull a dodge to catch up. Daragh are still 1-3-4 though and opt to hold the shock until the end, after Mel takes single, hitting Pachu in the process, dodging in a mega, and cancelling the blue on Torp. A top 3 right away for Daragh, with Hurusato being too aggressive in the start, ultimately leading to their demise. Daragh looked to continue the pressure as BCW gets picked. Hurusato break Daragh's top spots though, with Mine shrooming up to first and bumping Mel and Torp into the wall, completely changing the complexion of the race as Hurusato were now top 2 after Jan shroomed up as well. This gets even further solidified after Type uses his Bill at the end of lap 1 after taking a TC from Torp, giving Hurusato a top 3 going into lap 2. Online has the shock though, which can turn the tables around, and Mel, while holding a mega, proposes a lap 2 shock call, but there was confusion among the call, as shown here.
I'm taking Star Glitch.
I have a mega in 4th, actually. We can call if you want. I'm gonna get a mega. I'm gonna get a mega. If you fail, call it.
Fuck! I failed. I
have a star.
Too late now. I already used my fucking mega.
What? Why did we not use it there?
I don't know. I said call it if you fail it.
I said
Epix was not paying attention to the call in this scenario, but Mel has to take initiative in that instance after seeing no shock was called from Epix, as Hurusato were able to break away for the rest of the race in top 4, instead of being 2-3-4 behind Mel, who could have dodged and would likely have backspammed and gotten his team up to mid spots. They opt for a suboptimal shock into boxes on the half pipe lap 3, dodging Dacia in a star who only gets up to 4th. Daragh gets a bottom 3 anyway, as Epix wasn't able to catch up after failing glitch lap 2, and Torp was incidentally megaed by Mel in lap 2, rather than the TC being passed back to Mel, as Mel didn't realize Torp had a TC in that exchange. Hurusato now take the lead by 8, but a sigh of relief comes over Daragh as LC gets picked next race. Hurusato pull away early on, starting with Type in first, Mine backing a fib right in the face of Torp lap 1, and only Jan taking cut in the top 4 spots, giving Hurusato a top 3 early on. This gets partially broken up as Mel bomb snipes Type perfectly. Online had the shock at this point after getting it in 9th, and dodges Epix and Dacia in stars, giving them a top 2 that race. DDR comes out next race, which is good for their spots. Epix fails Sandhop though, and so does Dacia, but Jan gets bumped in midair after Dacia spun out on the cactus. Top 2 for Daragh in the early going. Epix and Torp would run the race very well. They both made Sandhop lap 2, with the help of Type hitting a pokey after taking Golden Strat. But Torp got blued at the end of lap 2. Fortunately for Daragh, Pachu failed the Sandhop lap 3 and Dacia pulled triple reds, redding Pachu. Torp gets target powed after partially failing the wall glitch, but Mel makes the wall glitch going ahead of Mine, who tanks a TC. Daragh finished with a 1-3-5-7, a +9 race, in which Hurusato were unable to run as well as they would have liked. Daragh looked to continue the momentum by team picking Mushroom Gorge, but fall behind early on as Jan schlags with triple reds. Type makes gap in second to solidify Hurusato's top 2 a bit more, but Mel takes gap right behind him and passes Pachu. Hurusato shoot themselves in the foot as Mine falls off while taking Golden Strat, giving Daragh a 2-3 as Epix takes Golden Strat ahead of Mel. Spots remain relatively the same before Type falls off in first, and Dacia bumps Jan off the mushroom section. This gets topped off by Epix taking gap, which gives Daragh a top 2-4 and a +17 race for them after a poor showing on Hurusato's end. Hurusato find themselves in unfamiliar territory, down 27 after 5. Daragh picked DK Summit to accommodate for Online's prowess with making the backward strat. Their runners fall behind early on though as Mel burns out and Torp tanks a TC, but Dacia and Epix take double into top 2. Later on in lap 2 though, Type breaks the top 2 with a beautiful side green onto Dacia, and he even goes one step further by throwing a red after he hits a trailing Nana, hitting both Epix and Mel and getting them off the track. And Torp fails double right behind them. Bottom 3 for Daragh, and they end up shocking Mel and Epix into cannon in 6-7, with Torp being left out. Epix and Mel make double, Jan fails it, but the damage done by Type in lap 2 proved to be enough to secure Hurusato a good race. A +9 race for them, bringing the deficit down to 18. Toad's factory comes out for Hurusato as they're occupying 134. Mel was able to get a draft on mine, giving Daragh a top 2 early, and then connects with the back green on mine on the last straight. Torp got caught in the crossfire before using a mega on top of mine before getting starred by Jan. Pretty funny exchange there. A top 2-4 for Daragh before a major miscalculation from Epix, bomb sniping Mel instead of his intended target Pachu, who was too close to him. Mel was able to grind his way back up to the front though, drafting mine up to 5th, and Jan hitting a fib in the red room on the tight line from Epix. Daragh end up winning the race by 7, and are up 25. The question is though, can they keep up the momentum? Hurusato picked GV, and they get boxes in 5-6 while Daragh get boxes in 7-8. To which they pull triple shrooms and both make rock, with mine missing it ahead of them. Pachu didn't get any back spams off though as he pulled the second place shroom before lap 1 ended. But he also fails rock, with Mel and Epix making it again, breaking away in top 2 with Torp holding POW. Mel and Epix continue to run in top 2, both holding shrooms, but Mel gets bananaed off the track after hopping into it in a moment of panic. Epix takes cut and gets up to first, with Dacia taking cut behind him, but Hurusato shoot themselves in the foot for a 3rd time when mine takes the cut and calls shock, not realizing that Dacia also took it and failing to delay the shock call. Since Dacia dodged, it got him up to 2nd, top 2 for Daragh, and a +5 race, +30 after GP2. Not much happened in the next race in Shy Guy Beach. No shock and not many changes of spots. Hurusato were occupying top 2-4 going into lap 3 before Torp gets a slick draft on Pachu, and mine seemingly hit the umbrella, slowing him down quite a bit. And Mel Golden's up to 2nd, giving Daragh a top 2, which has been a very common theme in this war so far. They look to continue the momentum as they pick Coconut Mall, but Hurusato pull ahead early on with Type lagging up to 1st in the beginning, mine taking cut onto 1st, and Torp getting wheelie bumped by Type. Top 2 for Hurusato. Dacia grinded his way up to 3rd and had triple shrooms, takes a triple shroom cut but only overtakes 2nd, with Mel and Torp taking the triple shroom cut into 4-5. Daragh lose shrooms after a POW in lap 3, but Dacia overtook 1st after mine partially fails on the rail. Fortunately for Hurusato though, Pachu takes the triple shroom cut onto 4th and bombs Mel right after. Daragh called the shock to dodge Epix and a Bill, and Torp was somehow able to outline mine on the line to get 3rd. A 135 and a +9 race for Daragh. Not a good performance from mine so far this war, as his mistakes have cost Hurusato several points so far. And to make matters worse for Hurusato, a Daragh staple track comes out in Maple Treeway. Torp hops into cut and pulls triple greens, but incidentally pulls them out in Epix's face after a red was thrown at him, and his other 2 greens were taken out by Jan, who had triple reds, the 3rd red connecting, giving Hurusato a 1-3-4-5 early on, taking what was a good track pick on paper for Daragh and turning it upside down. Mine takes matters into his own hands by transitioning into a schlagging roll, stopping with triple reds and hitting Mel. Torp came out unscathed as he pulled triple reds himself for protection, and Epix slickly avoids the schlag after goldening away. Epix predicts a dodge on Type in lap 3, but no shot comes in, and Hurusato were able to hang on to a top 3 in the end, aided by a blue onto Dacia on the line in lap 3. This same exact situation happened in Daragh vs EA, in which the opposing team got a huge race 11 to keep it anybody's game. The last race was an absolute nail-biter. I'm just going to play the last race with call, so sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Did none of us draft?
Drafted.
Are you in
Yeah, they're all
first?
running. Just check.
Okay.
Dude, you can go forward if you want.
I got Bill. I got Bill.
You got Bill? Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
there's no
Type
point.
is
I'm
nice,
just gonna
yeah,
right
yeah.
here.
Just spam boxes and get it.
I have a golden in 5th.
Just use it to catch up. Up
Yeah.
TC.
I have shock.
Okay.
I'll try to
Perfect.
I have Bill and 6.
I'm trying to pull dodge. Daisy, you're back there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a mega. Give me a mega. I have a POW. Do you have anything? Can I use it?
No.
Okay,
No.
Okay.
Just like secure first. Sorry.
You want
I
to
have a
call
star.
Torp? You
I
want
have
to
a
call
star.
Call here. Get me in boxes. Here.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Go.
Oh, they protect. Okay, it's okay.
Okay.
They
That's
want
actually.
to-
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
Go on,
rid of
then.
everything.
Okay.
As long as they don't get rid of it.
I got pushed into the quack.
So, okay, hang on.
Yeah, I got first.
Okay,
nice,
we won.
Good job.
We won.
Let's go!
Good job. Good job.
Sad
Go, get him.
Shit, team. Shit.
Haha, I'm the best player in the room, guys.
I think second set might have been better, but
Wait,
wow.
Uh-oh.
is that is not winning?
Yes, we
How would
won.
you get the bottom
We
three?
won. We won by 10, guys. Let's go. We did it.
Okay.
Or no. Actually, we won by. Hold on. 25 minus 13. That's 12. We won by 12, guys. Let's
Well
go.
done, Alex.
Amazing. Wow, great. Wow. You guys are great at this game.
Securing first was all Daragh needed to do in that scenario, and that's exactly what they did. With the final score of 370 to 362, Daragh upset Hurusato in a match that Hurusato failed to show up. While Daragh didn't necessarily play their best either, they did what they needed to do to win, while Hurusato were extremely underwhelming throughout this match, notably with several mistakes coming out from them, costing them a lot of points, especially on the side of mine, who definitely had a day to forget. And another key factor for that match was Dacia. He was able to run most of the races and stay up there consistently. An underrated runner that not many people have looked at this season, and overall an integral piece to this team's success, whether it's by running or by making game-changing plays, notably with that bomb snipe on the last turn on RBC against Extend Dash in Week 5, and connecting with 3 EA players with spam greens in the beginning of BC Wheat in the last race to help them secure the win, as well as Online, who's been on the come-up as of late in the bagging department. And with that big win against Hurusato, Daragh continued their Cinderella story and move on to the quarterfinals to face off against Ethereal, arguably the best team in the game. That's definitely going to be a tough matchup for them, but considering that they've been riding the momentum as of late, it could happen. Anything can happen in this game especially. It'll be interesting to see how they fare against them. I also wanted to cover Metro Wipeout versus Megavolt in a different video, but due to time constraints I'm not able to do so. But I will say that Metro Wipeout did struggle to put MV away, leaving it to the last GP in order to do so, winning the war by 78. Metro Wipeout being one of the other arguable best teams in the game. They are favorites to beat Avail in this instance, but they have shown in the past against teams like Moonblast and Megavolt that they do have chinks in their armor. And Avail is definitely a team to capitalize on that, as they are a very strong team, a consensus top 5 team in the game. On paper, Metro Wipeout are stronger, but still expect a dogfight in that match. And speaking of dogfights, Charge Brigade versus Phantasmagoria, the biggest rivalry in the game, and a rematch from the Week 5 match in Group A between those two, a match in which Charge Brigade won by 72. Expect Phantasmagoria to come back looking for vengeance, and they'll have something to prove, as well as Charge Brigade, who are trying to prove that the last match was not a fluke. And Wallywogs versus Kinetolic Gaming being the last matchup on the list, another intriguing matchup here, a match in which Kinetolic Gaming are still favorites to win, but Wallywogs, despite being known as Mogi mains, have very good chemistry together, so we'll see if they can put it together against Kinetolic Gaming. And that'll be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and there will be more full casts uploaded to come, and possibly a montage video or two from those matches. So stay tuned for that, guys. Drop a like, drop a subscribe, and have a great day.